ain't a habit. Don't worry about it. You're going to keep them on this. They'll make amends for this loss moving forward. I still got them top 3. They're not top 2, though. Give it to me right now, please. Here you go.
What?
You see this team right here?
What?
That's right. It's the Los Angeles Rams.
What?
Let me tell y'all something right now. When I see Sean McVay and I see Matthew Stafford and I see Puka Nacua, do you notice that no matter what is going on, the Los Angeles Rams are always competing. They're always in the mix. They were talking about the Chargers last week, okay? Where they at right now? But forget all of them and their negativity. I'm going with the Los Angeles Rams. That's a top 2 team right now to pay attention to. They just ain't number 1. Give it to me right now, please. Here we go. The Detroit Lions. Drew Brees alluded to it. Since week 1, do you see the potency of this offense putting up 40 with their eyes closed? Do you see the offensive coordinator with the weapons that they got in the backfield with Gibbs and Montgomery and Williams and the wideout? Okay, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you just look at them right now with Amon-Ra St. Brown, with Laporta and the crew. Dan Campbell has established a culture in Detroit. I think right now, with as potent as they are offensively, they are the number 1 team in football right now. So I got the Lions, the Rams, the Bills, the Colts, and the Philadelphia Eagles as my.
So the Detroit Lions are number 1 on Stephen A's A-list this week, followed by the Los Angeles Rams, I think the Buffalo Bills, the Eagles, and somebody else on there. And also they open up as a 1.5-point underdogs on a short week for Kansas City in Kansas City. So apparently let's start off there. So when you on the road, the home team usually automatically get 3 points. So I think, honestly, it's a tough game. To be honest with you, I think it's going to be a tough game. They 2-3. It hurts Snake. It's a dangerous Snake. Right now, some criticism of their players. Chris Jones, he was scratching his balls during one of the plays. He was standing there watching Trevor Lawrence, and he got his money. Remember when they was playing us, we played them a couple years ago. He was in the stands because he was waiting on a contract. And he got his money, and now you get that effort. But at the end of the day, when you get that security, a lot of guys get legs. When they get that contract year, they ball out, they get the money, and then they not motivated no more. So, but I will say that Nick Bolton for Kansas City, that's a bad motherfucker right there, man. That linebacker Nick Bolton ain't got to get out of Missouri. That boy bad. Him and Jack Campbell, 2 of the best linebackers I've seen all year, man. That Nick Bolton, man, I love to have him on my team. He a bad boy, man. But right now, it's some issues right now. And for years, if you think about Andy Reid's teams, they ain't really never had no great receivers. Think about it. When he was in the Eagles all them years, what great receiver they had in the Eagles? They had T.O. for a minute, but other than that, they ain't really had no great receivers. I forget who the receivers at Kansas City with A.Smith was there. So they had great running backs, I'm saying, Jamal Charles, and they drafted Travis Kelce. I don't think they knew he was going to be what he was. But yeah, I don't even remember when he was there. They had like really, really great receivers. They had Tyreek. He was coming into his own, but once again, he wasn't the top receiver. So Andy Reid's whole offense really ain't never been about a top receiver, but now they kind of bringing Hollywood Brown in. We all know Hollywood Brown. Whenever he played that Ford Field with Lamar, he had all them drops. So yeah, I mean, then you got Xavier Worthy. That's pretty much the receivers Andy Reid be going for a long time. Remember the Freddie Mitchell's the people's champ, James Thrash, Ty Pinkerton, remember Chad Hall, the Olympic skier. You know what I'm saying? They never really had great, what was it? Selleck was they tight end. So, Freddie, what was it? Brian Mitchell, Deuce Staley, Brian Mitchell or Brian Westbrook, was they scat back. He did that, but they never. The Eagles, one thing I always remember about the Eagles when they went to the NFC Championship game, they always got their ass whooped, but they never was a great running football team. Andy Reid hated to run the football. All right, he hated to run that fucking football, and they never had really great receivers. They was more of an equal opportunity offense. Brian Westbrook, running the ball a little bit, but catching it in the passing game. Deuce Staley smashing it up the middle, being the smash back, and Brian Westbrook being the scat back, and then you had a whole bunch of receivers that's just made up a solid core of receivers. McNabb never, outside of T.O., he never had nothing significant. They had a hellified defense. So when you look at Kansas City right now, it kind of mirrors that. You got Travis Kelce, He okay. You know, right now he got other shit going on, but they don't have a guy. I like Thornton, very fast guy. And they honestly, they maybe deserve to be favored over the Lions because the Lions have injuries on the back end. So is Roxanne, is he healthy? So, you know, you going up against those receivers that they got, Thornton, Jesus Christ, Thornton, Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, they fast. You ain't got to worry about Kansas City running the ball, but they receivers fast, and Mahomes can break the inside of there. So I can see why, you know, the Kansas City, the crowd, and we can't see Kansas City going to 2-4. So, you know, with the spread, hey, you know, 1.5 road dogs. I mean, a little motivation, but it sounded about right given the situation. So it was a game that a lot of people had it as an L for the Lions. So, but if they can contain their receivers and jam them up, it'd be a good game. But I kind of agree with the spread 1.5, you know. But it's not significant. Like I said, standard is 3. So then you start talking about oh man, I forgot. We got so deep into that. Oh, Stephen A's list with them having the Lions at number 1. I mean, it changes, it's fluid. I think a lot of people in Detroit got on his helmet about some of that, you know, sneak this and John Morton and not giving him his credit. So, I mean, so be it. I mean, you know, it's fluid. You know, Buffalo, Eagles lost a game, we lost a game. What does it matter? At the end of the day, you know, y'all number 1 team in the power rankings ain't guaranteed to be the Super Bowl champion. So, especially in October. So, you want to be playing your best ball December going into January. So, December going into January. You want to be getting healthy. You want to be, you know, doing all those type of things, being ready. So, making those adjustments. You got the trade deadline coming up. Might see a few moves. So, yeah, it's cool. You know, if we can, you know, actually get to the point where, you know, we win the Super Bowl, but right now it's one day at a time. We trying to stay healthy. We got, you know, a couple near misses, season misses with Terrion and DJ Reed. So we got to hopefully they get healthy. We'll see what happened with Lee McNeil, Josh Pascal. Makai Wingo was injured last week, so he always injured. I'm ready for them to cut that motherfucker too. Him and Pascal can eat a dick. Tired of them. No disrespect though, but I'm tired of them. They ain't never healthy. So they can get the hell out. But yeah, I look forward to it, man, and should be a really, really fun game for the Lions versus Chiefs. But you know, keep going forward. They really about to get into the grunt of their schedule. I think they got a bye coming up October 26th. You know, you got Tampa. You know, Washington, Philly. So really, if they can get this Kansas City game, you know, somehow, some way. That'd be good. You know, you get Tampa without Mike Evans. You know, you can get that. That'd be good. And then at that point, you get a rest. And if you can get Washington, you can split Washington and Philly. You know, really, honestly, it's just Green Bay really on your radar. Well, you got Stafford on your radar too. You know, right now, Stafford ain't Stafford. I think Stafford, it might be his last year. I think that back, as you get through that season, as his back warming up, he going to keep getting hit. And that back, you know. So it might be his last season. So, but yeah, but right now, take it a week at a time, and you know, it's good to see the Lions getting some credit. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist, find me on X, Instagram, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, wherever I'm producing content at, it's inside the link tree. I appreciate the love, support, everybody showing the channel. Other than that, check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Peace.